Hey friends, welcome back. Now we are going to continue our MERN Stack series. This is our e-commerce project and we are creating Flipkart Clone. So as you can see on the screen, we have lots of things. We have products, we have header, drop down and cart as well, right? So till now we have added functionality like a user can add items into the cart without logged in. For example, you can see over here. So let's say we have a product Samsung right now over here. And yes, this is the product description page of the Samsung and we can add items into the cart, right? So this is what we have done. So we have added the item into the cart and we can add more items, right? So this is functionality before the login. So what we are going to work on today, we are going to add functionality for the logged in users. So there will be a couple of scenarios like before login and after the login. For example, if a user already has account in this project and he already has some product into his cart and before login he added one item into the cart. So after the login he will already have a couple of items into the cart, so the overall product will be the sum of everything, right? So before login he has added one items into the cart, and after the login he already has two items in his cart, right? So the total cart value will be a sum of three items, right? So here you can see what I'm trying to do. Let me show. Actually, I have already added the functionality and I'm going to explain you the code, right? So it took me a lot of time to make this thing work, right? So yes, I'm going to explain each and everything so you can get it easily, right? And I can get, if I will code, I will take a lot of time, but if I will show you the code, then it will be quicker and you will understand easily, right? So let me show you the database over here. We have a database and we have a collection that is carts. Click on the collection cart and you can see the query result is 0. We don't have items right now in our cart, right? And here we have added one item in our local storage. Now let's try to log in. Here I'm doing the login, res at the rate and password. So I'm going to do the login. Yes, now I'm a logged in user. As you can see, the difference is I have a name over here, right? My name is Rizwan Khan, and this item you are seeing over here, right? So you may are thinking how it is coming. It is local storage or it is from the collection, right? So yes, after the login, this item is from the database collection, not from the local storage. Now you can also check the local storage. You can go to the inspect and you can see local storage. We don't have anything. So over here you can go clean it and say window or simply say local storage dot get item, right? Get item, yep, cart, and you can see the cart is null. So obviously if cart is null, then I'm getting this item from the database. As you can see also over here, I will do the reset and query result right now, and now I have something, right? Cart items, I have one item, object quantity one, product so this is the product ID. So from like last time when we worked on this API of the cart, so we were also adding the price. This time I have removed that price part because this is something like this may change from time to time. From like suppose you have added something today and you haven't check out yet, right? So you can come tomorrow or some other time and price might not be the same, right? So till the checkout price may vary, but once you checked out, then it will be the fixed price, and that will be in your orders collection, not cards collection. Okay, so here what we have added this collection, and yeah, this is over here. So let me go back and add more couple of products. Oh, I don't need this console. So let's go back and let's go back again, and here I have the second item over here and the cost of 8,790, and let's try to add to cart. Now you can see I have the second item in my cart, right? And also you can verify in the database. So let's reset it and cart items, and now for this user I have two items in my cart with a quantity 1, and I have the product ID, and with the help of product ID I can fetch all the details also, like product price and product name and everything, product image, right? So yes, this is working well. Now this is one we have completed two scenarios, before the logged in and this is after the login. Now let's do the logout. One more scenario I will show you. Logout, and yeah, this is something that should go out. So this is a bug. Is it coming? No, it is not coming. I actually, yeah, no, so I just refreshed and it gone. So don't worry, I will fix that. There's a small bug. So just for the for right now, you can think of it like I have two items in my account and I am not a logged in user anymore. So let's go back again to the carts, and let's go back again. And here you can see the Samsung, right? Or we have added these two products last time. Now I'm going to add this one. Okay, so this is something cost 13,634, right? Now let's do add to cart. And here I have one item in my cart, local storage, and I'm a completely new user. Now I will do the login again with the same ID. So I will log into my account. So right now I have two items already in my account, right? Let's do the login. And you can see immediately I've got all of my items. So whatever I have just added, this is one, last one, and the two more, as well as you can verify from the database. Yes, so you can see I have the three items over here. You can also increase the price. You can see the price got increased. Also you can verify from the database. So let's reset it again. And cart items, last item, the quantity is 2. So this is working very fine. Now this time to explain you the code, how it is working. So let's go to our VS Code, and let me minimize everything so I can explain you better. So let's start with the change from the backend first. So go to the source folder, let's go to the routes file, and let's go to the cart.js. And over here, you can see I have two different APIs right now. So this is what we have already created from, like, I think initially we have created this controller add item to cart. This is what we have created newly, get cart items. So to fetch the cart items, this is the second API, right? So this, let me show you the API. So here we have controller, we have cart.js. So here we have our old function, that is add item to cart, right? And you're familiar with this, you know how we have added this function and how it was working. So here we have little bit of change. So let me explain you the few things. So cart find one, that is the same. We are looking for the cart. We are looking for the user's cart in the cart collection, right? So if we get any cart collection, then we have to push our items in the cart only, right? We don't need to create a new one. So this execute function, and then if there is any error, we'll return it. If cart exists, then we'll have created a promise array, right? So just for the confirmation, like make sure, I will explain that's just forget it now. So here we have an cart request body.cart items. So initially it was just an object, but right now I'm considering it as an array with the same list of objects. So most of the time it will be one object, right? Because we are going to do add to cart a lot of time, right? So whenever we are going to do add to cart, it is just one item. So for each will execute only once. So here we have this cart items will take our item. So item is basically like quantity and the ID of the product. So from there I'm getting the product ID over here, and you are familiar with this, right? So these all things are same, no change at all, just a wrapper for each loop, that's it. So here we have a condition, we are checking for the item, like item exists or not. If item exists, then we will update the item with the quantity. So here are the changes. It was like I was individually making like quantity, old quantity plus new quantity and sum, but this time I will get that information from the API, that's it. So we are not going to do any calculation over here. Next, if it is not there, if item is completely new, not added before, then it will simply update the collection with a new item. So here we have written a promise array. We are using the promise array that's over here, that's an empty array, and we are pushing the result actually. So here we have run update. Run update is nothing but this function. Like last time we have added this line in the function controller itself, but at this time I've written it separately, right? Just to make things confirm or make things simple and easy to understandable. So here is a run update function which simply executing this find one and update. Okay, so that's the thing, that's a change, right? So here we are just it's not a change, first of all, it's just the same thing but inside the function. We are executing this run update and we are executing this find one and update. We are getting the condition, update data, upsert true, and then that's it. So here we are actually doing the promise and we are returning the promise. That's why I have using this promise array. So this is right now it's an empty array. Then we'll push the promise, whatever it will return, it will be a promise, right? And why I'm pushing it, because with this case, when you are using a loop here, when you are iterating inside a loop and you're using promise, then you cannot return the response as long as you are sure everything is pushed completely. That's why I'm using the array push, and here we'll get the promise in return, and I will push my promise inside the promise array, right? So once we are done with the promise array, we'll come out and we'll resolve all the promise with the help of this JavaScript promise class. Promise.all is a function, and it takes an array, right? So this function takes an array and ensures like every promise will be resolved, will get resolved, right? And here we'll simply returning our response, whatever it is, I don't care. So it might so generally I don't care means I care, but we are not using this response in our front end. So here we have a error, if else then error. Next step is same, like if there is a one product, then it will be a request boy.card. Initially it was like this, but this time, yeah, we don't need the array because card items is already an array. That's it, and we are saving over here. Now let me give you an idea. Forget about this function, we are not using this one, so you can simply comment this out. And here we have get card items. This is simply just a run to get all the items. So here we are doing card find one. With the help of user ID, we are looking for the specific card, right? So we know every user has its own card, and with the help of user ID we can find the card. So here we have this condition, and then inside the card we have a product ID that is nothing but a foreign key, and I'm using foreign key to populate the data. So with the help of foreign key we can populate ID, we can populate name, price, okay, so inside the product table we have ID of the product, name, price, and product pictures. So I'm simply populating the data of the data using this product ID, and this is from the mongoose, right? Populate. So with the help of this populate function, you can use any ID and you can populate that information. So here I'm using the product ID and I'm populating this information, ID, name, price, and product pictures. And then that's it. We are executing this function, we are checking error, and then we are returning the card. So this is what we have done in the get card items. So like it's clear. If you have any doubt, just comment and let me know in the comment section. Okay, so I will try to resolve your query. Now let's save this and let's go back to your front end. We're done with the back end. That was the only change. Now here we have okay, now one more change I need to show you. So yes, there is a change in our model. In the model card.js, what I've done, I have commented out this price. Initially it was required, but right now it is not required because we are getting price from the product itself. We have the product ID, and from the product ID we can fetch the price. That's it. So yes, cool. And let's close everything. Now let's go to the Flipkart Clone source folder and let's start from the easy things, right? So here we have our reducers. Okay, let's start with the constants action, and we have constants. And initially we were having only this this add to cart, right? So I have added this time 3 constants. That's a request, success, and failure, and one more that is the reset cart. So it will just to reset the cart. Okay, and one more thing over here, you can go to the auth dot, no, not auth. Let's go to the reducer, cart reducer. So the bigger change is over here. Yes, so here you can see instead of just add to cart and we are populating the data, right, in the reducer, but this time we are checking like how we check every time, right? So here we have a request, we are making updating cart true, that's a flag. Then once we get the success, then we'll make the updating cart false, and we'll simply map the data cart items to the cart items. Okay, next we are getting failure. If failure, then we'll simply get the error and we can console it, or whatever we want we can do. Reset cart will simply return this init state. So this is just an initial state, that's a cart items. So it will return, that's it. So this is the change in this file. And now let's go to the card action.js file, and the bigger change is over here. Okay, let me show you the auth action, the change in auth action. Change in auth action is just the thing like initially it was like when we are doing when we are dispatching the logger action. So what we were doing, we are simply doing the local storage dot clear, and with the help of get I can show you what was the thing last time till the last video and what is now. So let's do something over here and auth, and you can see over here. So last time in your code editor you will see this thing, right? So the change is this time we have added a constant card item. So this is a new change, and also you can see is user logged in, no change in the that function, and the change in this file in the sign out function is initially it was just local storage dot clear. Right now you are having this code in your text editor, right, and I am having this code. So that's the difference. And what I have done, I have removed this local storage dot clear, and because what it is going to do, it is going to clear everything. It is going to clear cart data as well, right? So I don't want to clear the cart data. So here I'm doing the local storage remove item user specific. I'm trying to be specific over here, and I'm trying to remove the token for the logout, right? Because I don't want to remove the cart data. And yeah, okay, then after, if there is a cart, then I'm just doing the reset cart. So this is going to execute like for the logged in user. If logged in user is there, then yeah, reset it. And I think I made a mistake, and you have just seen a bug when I was showing the code. This will solve that problem actually. So I can do simply, I can just make the code as it was. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. Okay, boy, close this, and here we have auth actions, and let's comment this again. Local storage dot clear. So yeah, our bug is solved. We have seen a bug, right? So this will solve the problem. Yeah, locally clear the local storage. For the logout, if login user only can do the logout. A user who is not logout, how can you do the logout, right? So yeah, that's it. So it is gonna solve our problems. And do we need to do this reset cart? Okay, let's just leave it here. It just do something like that. This is gonna not execute. It is only for the logged in user. Let's save this. And okay, let's go to the card action, and the change is bigger over here. Let me show you. So yeah, this is what we have, a action which we are not exporting over here. So this is an action which is like get card items, and it's just a call. You can see the call is over here, user get card items, and we are looking for the response 200. If we are getting 200, then we are getting the card items, and if card items exist, then we'll dispatch the card items with the help of this add to cart success, and we'll dispatch this add to cards. Otherwise, we are just simply doing the console. You can also do the dispatch part over here. Okay, so this you can write in your text editor now. And then we have add to cart. So this is the function we have added lots of change. So here what I'm doing over here, I constant, okay, is it looking good? So there initially what we are trying to, we were only getting this card items, right? But this time, card or just card items? Okay, card items. We're only trying to get the card items, but this time we're taking auth as well. And if you're not getting it, let me show you, let me clear the things so you can see it. That's just destructuring, and it is not looking good. Yeah, so this is how it looks now. Okay, let's do the format, and it should be inside. That looks better. Okay, is it looking good? Okay, let's leave it. So here I'm getting cart. Inside the cart I have cart items, so this is what I'm extracting from the store, and then we have auth. That's it. And this is the same one. We're just checking the quantity, increasing the quantity. Okay, and yeah, so here we have our flag check. So yeah, for the logged in user, I'm not going to store anything in the local storage. I'm simply going to push item into the collection. Okay, so here you can see. So here we have our flag. Like for the logged in user, authenticated will be true, and for the logged in user, we are not pushing anything to the local storage. We are simply creating our request, like dispatch card add to cart request, and then we're creating the payload. We are using this, initially it was just an object, but right now it is an array. As I told you, right, most of the time it is going to be a single item in an array, and we are using the for each. So here we have our array, and here we are getting the product ID, and we are getting the quantity, and product you can see from here, right? So we are getting the product. That's it, and we already have the quantity. Next, the console log, and we are making the call. So this is going to push our item into the cart, and we are waiting for the response. If it is 201, then we'll dispatch this action get cart items. So yeah, let me explain you here. So this is first I'm trying to push the item, and then I'm trying to fetch the item. So let's say there is 2 items in the cart, and I push the third one. Now there is 3 items and I'm just fetching it. So I can update my cart immediately with the help of this dispatch cart item function. That's it. But if it is not a logged in user, then authenticate will be false and the process will be same how it was. So I'm simply using the local storage JSON and cart items push. Then whatever we have got, I'm just dispatching that. Next we have update cart, and here we also have the change. So yes, this is same. We are getting the things either from the storage, or like if we have something from the storage, then we'll get from the local storage, or it will be null. And here also we are checking out the authenticate. For the authenticate user, what I'm going to do, so let's say user is a logged in user, I already have items from the local storage, then I will clear my local storage, like remove item cart, and I will use this cart items on line number 81. Okay, if there is a cart items, I will create the payload. So here we are only having like list of, or the collection of objects. So we are using here object.keys. It will give all the keys of all the items, right? And I can use key to get the items. So yeah, that's it. So here we are simply returning that quantity, product, and ID. So it will be like array of objects, and that's why we have for each in our backend. Next we have this. We are checking if cart items length is greater than 0, then we are doing this. So we are going to make the call. For example, if we don't have items in our cart, then we don't need to make this call, and yeah, we are free to move forward. Then but once we have the information, then we have to push it and then dispatch. Okay, so dispatch will update our cart state. Okay, else whatever we else in case we already have the cart items, and then we'll dispatch for non-logged in user. That's it. This was the change, and I have written a separate export that's for the get cart items, because I'm using get cart items inside the update as well as inside the add to cart. So that's why I've written it without export. So I have to export it, because also we are using in our cart action or cart page, right? So here you can see. And why this change? Is there any change? Oh wait, that's what the change. Okay, let's save this. And now let's go to your action. Okay, I have explained you auth and action. Constant I have already explained you. Now we have containers and the change in cart page and index.js file. So here we have change. I have added a couple of things. What I have added, you can see over here. Okay, so the new thing is I have added this get cart items. Okay, apart from this add to cart. And then we are getting the auth data. This is your code, right? And this is my current code. So here we have auth. We are also getting the auth, and we are getting we already have this card item, so there's the same thing, no change. Now we have the use effect that is going to execute whenever user is like authenticate, right? Whenever authenticate will change from false to true or true to false, we are going to execute this use effect hook, and we are only going to dispatch this get card items when authenticate is true. For example, user is logged in and he immediately moved to the cart page, so we have to populate the cart data. That's why I'm dispatching this action. So this is a new change, and that's it. So this was the change. Now let me close this. Okay, so now you can copy paste it. Oh sorry, not this one. Yeah, this was the change. So you can copy and you can write in your code editor. So this is the overall change. Am I missing anything? I have explained the cart page. Yeah, highlighted you one, you can see. Yeah, you can see the helpers I have changed also in the axios.js file. So I have added this axios instance interceptors request. This is, you're familiar with it. We have also added this in the admin application, right? So here we are just confirming it, like are we sending any token or not. So this is just, we are forming our request once again with the authorization header. That's it. Reducer, cart reducer, I have already explained you. That's it. App.js. Is there any change in app.js? and that's the change. Okay, this is what we have added, I think. uh, so the change is, that's it only. So we have a console and auth.authenticate. Okay, that's the only change. So yeah, we are doing this update cart, like whenever a user will refresh the page, then we have to make sure from where we are getting the data. Are we getting it from the local storage, or are we getting it from the database? And we can only know this because of checking the flag, like authenticate is true or false. So that's why I'm added this one. So it will act like a component did update instead of component did mount. So that's set. Is there any other change? No change. So guys, this is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you have any doubt, just comment your doubt in the comment section and I will try to explain. I have finished this quickly, right? But it is implementing wasn't easy, right? So I have finished this very quickly by explaining everything, but it wasn't easy to implement. Yeah, it took me a lot of time. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And last time we are going to check how this functionality is going to work. So initially we have seen, like when we were trying to log out and we have got one item, there should not be any item. So let's try this time. We are logged in user, refresh the page, and yeah, we're getting all the data from the cart. Now let's do log out, and yes, the bug is already solved and we are done. So you can do the login again, add to cart, and now we have a new item. I think we already have added this item. So let's do again login. So we'll see the quantity, right? This time it is 1. Okay, so the quantity, is it updated? Yeah, okay, so this is another bug. We have to work on it. The quantity, which I just refreshed it to make this quantity update. Okay, so I will see this, how it is, why it is not working. And till then, you can make this thing work in your system. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye. And for any doubts, and if your code is not working, you can go to the webscript.info and you can create a post about your issue, like what trouble or problem you are facing. You can simply write a post and you have to do the login for that. So you can just let me know your code, and here you can what you can do whenever you face a problem or error, you comment in the comment section of YouTube. And yeah, that's totally fine if you are appreciating my work and anything. But whenever you get an error and you try to show or ask something, it is difficult to get from there. So that's why we have this platform, and you can create a post of your code and you can share your code so I can visualize it properly. And not just me, other people can also help you to solve your problem. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.